Uno, dos, tres. All right, guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters. And joining me is Chris, Unholy Jesus.
Welcome back, everyone. How was everyone's Thanksgiving?
What's going on, guys? You guys survived the Thanksgiving weekend party?
Yes.
Everybody's still alive? Nobody got super drunk?
Nah, I did, but
I didn't.
I'm here.
Yeah, it's like all we did was I went to my mom's house and then we played VR.
Oh,
The whole family.
How was that?
There was like fucking 5 VR headsets. I was
about to say, you got a big family, dude.
This is like a fucking metaverse right here, dude.
We got our own metaverse right here.
And then I let my mom try a VR for the first time.
What were you thinking?
Dude, her brain exploded right in front of my eyes. I was like, I've never seen her react to like this. It was like watching a kid playing with the ball for the first time.
Trying to understand this.
Like, I was trying to translate what she was saying because Jeremy didn't know what she was saying. I was like, whoa. Yeah. She was like, wow. She's like, what the hell? She's like, is this real? She's like, who made this? Like, how are they so good at making stuff like this? And she's like,
it's like she was born again. Like.
Yeah, she was like, wow. She's like, everything's so beautiful. She's like, wow. She's like, why is it so beautiful?
Who did
and
this?
She, like, because I put like a game. It's not really a game, but she's looking at like a real site, like in Nevada or Colorado. Oh. She's looking at landmarks. Oh. And she was like over like a cliff, but she could see like waterfall. And she could see all the rocks, the landscape, and the vegetation is all super crystal clear. And she's like looking at it, and she's like looking over the cliff, and she's like, holy shit. She's like, I'm scared to go over that cliff because I'm gonna break all my bones.
I'm not gonna come back from
she's
this.
She's like, I'm watching her reaction, and then she's getting up, but then she's like, she back off like because she was scared she might fall off and shit. And then the funny part was like she took the headset off. She's like, what? I was home the whole time.
How did I get back here?
And then she was telling my dad, like, hey, come over here. You gotta see this shit too. You know.
I'm so glad you didn't put her in any like crazy ass action game or what shooting that would have been.
Nah,
that'd have been too much.
She's too old school. She don't know how to use controller. Yeah. So I just put one where she could just
look around. That's a good introduction for somebody, for older people, of like getting into, hey, look, this is the future right here. Mm-hmm. The shit you used to see in the 50s on TV.
Yeah, and then I took her to like Cambodia where she could see the temples. Oh, fucking huge.
So this is did the VR headset come off of like works off of like Google Maps, I'm assuming, or?
The Cambodian one, yeah. Okay. But there's like certain apps on there where it's like they really laid out the landscape where they really took high definition photos and actually where it's not Google Maps, it's actually all their shit. And you could walk around, pick up rocks, throw it over the cliff.
What the hell?
You see birds flying, you see airplanes, like it's like a fully live video.
Oh my god, that's even better.
Like you're really there. Like Niagara Falls, we were over there. The Horseshoe Bend, we saw all that. We went to Arizona.
Shit.
My mom was like, "Hey, I don't have to travel nowhere." I was like, "You right? Just stay at home."
Yeah. I just got drunk and stayed up till like 4:00 in the morning cooking with my mom, and then slept for like 3 hours and woke up again. And then it was Thanksgiving after that because I stayed up all night the night before.
Damn.
Helping my mom cook. That's our little tradition, but my shit wasn't exciting like that.
That's tradition. You can't break tradition.
You can never break it.
Once you break tradition, guess what?
Curse to the family. I don't know what happened.
That's when everybody dies.
Whole bloodline get wiped out.
The whole Royale family. All right, so before we get started, if you guys want to buy some T-shirts, head over to themediahijack.com. Grab you an official Media Hijack T-shirt. Also, if you guys want to be a member of our Reddit community, head over to our Reddit page and join. Be a member, post stuff.
Yes.
Also, if you guys want to watch the replay for this show, you guys can head over to our YouTube, watch the replay for the show. And don't forget to rate, subscribe, comment on this podcast. If you're on iTunes, give us that 5 stars. It's very important, guys.
Hell yeah.
It's very important that it's just so fast. Just scroll down, hit that 5 stars. It's really going to help us, and we really need help going into the new year coming up.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Inspire us. Help us.
Help us. It's so easy. It's free.
We help you guys. We tell you crazy shit. Help us.
We tell you guys real stories. 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys are listeners, I know there's a bunch of listeners that never come to our show. you guys, guess what? You guys can come to the show live whenever you guys feel like, visiting us. We read chat.
Yeah. Just pop in, say hi, bounce out,
Yeah. It's only like a few 100,000 people, but we'll read every single chat. I'm just playing, but it's small enough to where we can actually keep up with chat.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that when you said, yeah, right, for now.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Fucking think about the future.
What's up, McDermottron? What's up, dude?
What's up, bro? What's good?
His name is Ro?
No. I was like, what's up, bro? How you
Oh,
doing?
bro.
How's what was it? Artemis. How's he doing? It's a whole other story. That's the shit.
All right, we'll get started. You want to start like the first small story?
Okay, you want to save yours for later?
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah.
Okay.
But actually, the main topic. Well, not really main topic.
It's
It's just the title. But we're gonna be talking about ghost particles, neutrinos. That's the real word for it.
Okay.
But we're gonna be talking about that a little later. So you guys, stand by. No. Yeah, just enjoy the show. Enjoy it. It's gonna be good.
Have some input.
Yeah.
See, I got 3 stories. We'll start with this first story with what was that? Okay, Squid Game smuggler sentenced to death in North Korea after students caught watching Netflix show. They reported. All right, so
I would imagine that being like an everyday crime when people are trying to
smuggle movies.
watch
sure.
like TV shows.
But it's one of the things. It's like you get caught, you just that unlucky person. Like, I'm assuming there's a whole network of smuggling like movies in. Because the way China is, they don't want any kind of Western civilization like infecting their shit. Unless it's Disney for some reason. They're fine with Disney movies being over there, but
yeah, they don't even have TikTok in China.
nah. But
That's
they made
right?
it. Yeah, it's like the guy. It's like reduced, I think. What's the TikTok they want them to have?
Oh, okay.
Type of shit.
It's like centered, right?
Yeah, it's like China's version of TikTok. Woo. All right, so this is man smuggled copies of a smash hit South Korean Netflix series Squid Games to North Korea, and he was sentenced to death. Okay, so this is when my conspiracy theory brain started kicking in with this. This news came from Radio Free Asia. So for anybody who be following CIA shit, everybody knows that this used to be a CIA ran radio station. They used to like basically just shit on communism in other countries. They would have like secret radio stations like I think it's like in the 50s during the Cold War. They have like these radio stations out in Europe and over in China that would run anti-communist propaganda and trying to bring Western civilization over there by telling people, hey, this is how America is. Like all this shit they pushing towards you, they're horrible. Communism is bad. It used to be like this radio, like it was a CIA radio station. It got disbanded in the 50s, but it still exists over there. But they kind of some people think they still are controlled by the CIA. CIA says it's not, but either way, it's still active to this day. But I guess they run off of some different shit, like more like left leaning ideals they push out there with promoting stuff with the LGBT community or just people of different race and color. Like, it runs more off of like a positive stuff than just communism sucks. But but this is where the news came from. So the story is like a student who bought a drive received a life sentence, while 6 others who watched the show have been sentenced to 5 years of hard labor, and the teachers and the school administrators have been fired and face work banishment to work in remote mines. So basically, everybody that's caught up in this, like the main guy that was involved in the smuggling, he's getting a death sentence. I think he's gonna be killed by a firing squad. But then everybody else that like other kids that saw it, they're getting 5 years in prison.
And they all have to watch, right? The family and everybody, the whole a crowd. They all
think they have
watch
to come out and watch them get wiped out or something.
Yep, that's how they do it.
So he's gonna be done for. The kids, they're gonna get 5 years in prison. But then the teachers and administrators, everybody, like I'm assuming, if you're just a teacher that maybe had this student in your classroom, you could be forced to get banished and you're gonna be stuck in a mine for the rest of your days.
Yeah, North Korea is fucking crazy, man.
Oh, this is China.
Oh, China.
This is China.
Wait.
I'm sorry. This is North Korea. My bad. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. I'm thinking about Radio Free Asia used to do communist shit.
Radio Free Asia.
Yeah. It's actually a dope name. I love it. RFA. Like, it's awesome.
I have one question though.
What's up?
Like, did they finish the series?
I heard it get cleared for season 2 already.
No, like the people that smuggled it, did they end up watching the whole series?
Oh no, I hope so. If this is how this is gonna end, I hope it was worth it.
I hope they at least finish it, see what happened at the end.
Yeah,
you know,
you gotta get to the end, man. You gotta get to.
They're like, man, that's so good.
It said,
hello.
Bing bong. Oh shit.
Fuck, they waited for us to finish the whole series.
I told you not to use the Bose speakers. Damn it. Fuck.
It's a round sound.
Never hearing that shit to the wall. Hey, turn that shit down. Oh, I'm calling them.
Quit game.
It's like Quit Games. It's like Quit Games to the wall. Oh my God, I'm calling the cops. It says in December 2020, North Korea passed the Elimination of Reactionary Thought and Culture Act, which prohibits the entry of dissemination of cultural materials like films, plays, musics, and books in the country. So basically, anything from outside is banned. That's why they call North Korea their hermit kingdom. I don't know why some people go there for vacation or want to just walk the streets. And that's how that one dude got killed. You remember that story a couple years ago where
he stole the poster, right?
Yeah, and then he ended up in prison, but they paralyzed him with
it's like shock therapy, but it wasn't therapy.
Oh, it was like a type of chemical that's in Botox, and they injected in him, and it made him brain dead.
Oh my God!
And then it was like, "Hey, America, here's your boy back,
still alive,"
and he can't do shit for the rest of his life. So they just died. Huh? They just wound up having a. I guess he's like put him in a chemically induced coma, and I think eventually they just pulled the plug. It's like, yeah, he's done.
Damn.
Yeah. Hey, North Korea don't be fucking play. They don't play.
Yeah, you don't fucking go to, especially a country like that. You don't go around play around like that.
Man,
it
that's
don't matter
I'm like, why
what
would
color you are. Like,
why would you go? First of all, I don't get it.
Like, dude, you're not in America. You're not safe like that, dude. They'll kill you for way less. They don't give a fuck. They kill their own people. Like,
and not to
what
mention,
makes you think like you get a free pass? Fuck that.
Yeah, it's scary, man. I don't get it. I don't go where we're not wanted ever.
Shell Shock says, shit, stuff like that is starting to happen here. Looking at you, Texas. What are they taking away, man? Your internet service? What's going on?
It might be the. I don't know if I can say this. I think I know what he's talking about though. It's with women and stuff. This whole world messed up to me. But it says according to widespread. Oh, sorry, I missed the part. It says the act mainly is aimed at preventing the spread of media from South Korea and the U.S. and those found distributing and consuming these are liable to be punished. So they don't want none coming out. Squid Game, in particular, has been a source of anger in the dictatorship. North Korean propaganda site exonerate the high-concept survival drama as depicting the sad reality of beastly South Korean society. Basically, Darfay is basically saying after this, it's like they don't want this shit because the way Squid Games is. I'm assuming the reason why the government is very harsh with this, with like these people seeing this series, is because, man, we don't want people to realize like, hey, there's something wrong with the society. We need to push back against them. They don't want no kind of Viva la Revolution. I'm assuming they don't want that shit. They want to starve you out, and then you have to all wear haircuts just like Kim Jong-un. That's what the government wants. So
that's so crazy.
Yes.
Imagine being born there and just thinking that's normal,
and that's all you know. That's all you know. It's weird because it could be something as simple as North Korea is wild, man. I saw a documentary about them years ago on Netflix. And it could be something as crazy as if you're a person who is if you live in North Korea and you're anti-North Korea and you don't like Kim Jong-un will wipe out the whole family. Like, you go to prison, you're gonna get executed, and then your family members, sometimes your neighbors, if they talk to you, to get wiped out. Like, it's weird, man. But when that's all you know, that's when you.
Yeah, it's
you get locked into it.
You can easily get. They can easily kill you just for having like dust on the leader's face. Mm-hmm. Kim Jong Un's like, if you don't dust like his picture frame in your house, guess what? Yeah. You're in trouble.
Yeah, they got weird shit like.
Or if they read a newspaper, right, and then it happens, you accidentally rip out the head of Kim Jong Un on accident. Guess what?
None.
You dead.
They even have a weird one where if you take a picture, like a selfie.
What's up, Bob?
Kim Jong-un has to be in a picture somewhere. Oh, that's like a law. It's like if everybody has to have the picture of the Kim Jong-un in a house. So if you take a picture in the house, I don't care how many people's in the picture. He has to be somewhere in it.
He has to be present
He's
because
of all time. Like, he's like a god. It's like,
because he's a god, and he create his own language.
Oh my god.
Bob, what's up? We're doing a lot of random topics today. I got a lot of funny ones about animals. So
Okay.
still stand by.
All right, so that's it for me with that one. People about to get killed over this show. So
I got a funny story.
let's get it.
To lighten up the mood a little.
Some happiness. Let's go.
All right, so a company had a problem with men, particularly men, peeing at urinals, and they seemed to pee everywhere but the urinal. And at this one company, it was a big problem. You know, the maintainer, the custodian, he was like, "Hey, man, like, these motherfuckers don't know how to fucking pee. They pee everywhere except for in the fucking toilet, you know?"
I don't get that either. I see that all the time. I don't get it.
So he was complaining. They're like, "Hey, we got to do something about it." And guess what they did? That was so fucking genius. My fucking brain blew up when I heard about it.
They killed anybody that peed on the floor after that?
No. What they did was they got a picture of a fly, right? And then they put it in every single urinal. So now every person's trying to aim for that fly.
Yes.
And they're like, this solved the fucking problem. Like that. I was like, holy shit, that's fucking genius.
See, men are simple creatures. It don't take much. It don't take much.
Yeah, because like, this might be a little nasty, but you know how like sometimes like there's some residue like after you do a number 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though you flush a couple times, it's still there.
It's still good
right?
little...
I call that toilet tattoos.
Stuck for life.
Not permanent.
You're permanent.
I call it the 7-day toilet tattoo. But, guys, they would... Well, me, I aim at it, try to clean it with my pee. Like,
oh, my God. This unspoken thing. Yeah, I do the same thing.
I pretend like I'm a pressure washer.
But only if it's mine. I can't do it. I don't know.
I do it at people's houses, too. I was like... damn, like, who took a shit? Let me help out, Like, the pressure washer just arrived. I was like, ding dong.
Ding dong. Hey, you ordered a pressure washing service?
Somebody called a pressure washer.
Billy Waters pressure washing service. We're here. Oh, my God.
Hey, that stain? Gone.
We can make that stain go away. Like some kind of catchphrase.
Like, wait, what? Like, yeah. Whoever took a dump, guess what? It's shiny now.
You're good. You're good, guys.
You guys are good.
That'd be $300.
I take Doge. Any shit coin. Let's go.
Hey, man, you got a cash app?
Yeah. Yep, shell shock. Yep. It is a universal code. It's like the unspoken law that men do.
We do. We do this. I know this is last week where I went to the bathroom at my job and there was like a little love bug in the urinal. And it was near like the water spot.
Killed him?
No. And I saw it and I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. And I went to the next urinal over.
Wow. Who are you?
And then a couple hours later when I go pee again.
The Messiah?
But next time when I came back to the bathroom because I had to go pee again, I looked in the urinal again. He was dead.
Oh,
somebody
my
peed
God.
on him and peed him in. I was like, no. I could have saved you.
Pressure wash 2000.
Yeah, somebody got him. But I didn't do it. I know I didn't do it because I was like, I don't want to go out. Well, I don't want to go out like that. So shit, I didn't pee on him.
When I see like bugs like that flying like around the toilet, I look at that as a challenge.
Oh man, if it's a gnat, you're gonna miss.
I'll try to chase him. Like, I don't even care if he is near the wall. Guess what? That wall is wet now.
There was one time.
I'm gonna chase that bug down.
There was one time I did try to pee on a gnat that was flying around my toilet seat, and I missed.
So you're not Messiah.
And I used to have Game Informer magazines all over the ground. Like it's like bathroom reading material.
Oh.
I pissed all over on that. So I was like, oh no, my Game Informer magazines.
Damn.
If anybody knows Game Informer magazines, that's old school.
What are you, 49?
Before the internet, that's Game Informer magazines. I just clicked all of them. I had subscriptions and everything, but yeah, I peed all over them because I was trying to kill them.
No, what's the OG gaming magazine that like you're born like in like the 80s?
Oh my God.
Fuck, what's that shit called? Damn it.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
What is it, Shell Shock?
I know one's Nintendo Power, but there's another one.
Yeah, there's another one. Fuck.
They used to give you codes.
No, it's
too.
not PC Gamer.
They used to give you PC Gamer's been around for a long time.
Yeah, they have, but it's another one. It's the OG magazine, gaming magazine.
Oh my God, what's the one that gave you codes? What the fuck?
Tips and Tricks?
Is that it? That's what it does that, but that's different.
That's still kind of new.
Yeah. No, Tips and Tricks been around for a long time.
It is old, but this one I'm talking about is like more old. Like it came like at the same time like when the Nintendo one came out.
Nintendo. Because I know they had Nintendo Power Magazine.
Fuck, man.
Which if I see it, I'm going to scream. Chad, help us out.
Damn, shell shock. I thought you were like about 50, you know?
Damn it, man. I should know that.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it'll show up in my head later. But yeah, urinals with little pictures of flies on it. That's
genius. That's...
If I ever open up a company like where I have urinals, I'm going to put picture of flies on there.
It also shows how cruel we can be. Like, I'm peeing on this fly.
Mm-hmm. It's like, get them. Toilets, like,
eat this.
super clean.
Eat it.
I wonder if females, like, do the same thing. Like, if they're trying to pee and then they see, like, a fly or they see, like, a shit stain, do they try to target the shit stain?
No, they actually have to work, I would assume.
Like, they'll get up off the toilet.
And we can control our stuff way better. Ours is like
they're so sloppy.
Ours is like a rifle. We just gotta line it up right.
Yeah, they're just really sloppy. They're just like what the fuck is that?
There's been times where I've gone to bars and I've been so drunk, but I didn't want to get close to the urinal because there was so much pee. I would pee from sitting far back, but it still hit it. I'm like, oh, got it. But I'm like, I gotta step up closer because the fuel's running low. So, but
yeah, they pee pretty loud though.
Oh my god, you didn't see the video of that lady?
That shit is like super loud. I guess because they're close to the water.
No, I don't know. You see this video last week or the week before of this lady at a concert? She peed on this guy.
I heard about that.
Man, that shit.
Who is she anyway? What kind of celebrity?
It's some kind of band. I can't think of it. I kind of like from some of the music I heard from them. I kind of liked them.
Is it like an overseas band that's really big?
Oh, it's like this. I don't know how to explain the name of this band. And I did hear the name too.
I think it is electronic gaming.
Electronic gaming, EGM. Yes, it was
EGM.
EGM.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, EGM.
Yo, shout out to McDermottron in the chat. Thank you. EGM. Thank you.
That was the one.
Electronic Gaming Monthly. That's what it was called. Oh my god. Thank you, man.
But then she peed on a fucking crowd member?
Yeah, the dude was like some bald-headed white dude. He just went up on the stage and she was like, hey, I gotta pee really bad. Come up on stage. I'm gonna pee on you. He's like, yeah. And I saw the video.
Wow.
I saw the video. It was all over Twitter. He just got on stage and he's like, and she just peed. And it was so much. I thought it was fake at first, but it was like, it felt like it was like a couple gallons. But then when he was done, you remember back in the day with the WWE with Triple H when you like drink the water bottle, like,
yeah, it's like that.
the guy on the ground was like,
whoa.
You see like the mist fly out. And of course Twitter was like, what the Triple H hell is this? Like,
it's all about the
game and how you play it. Like he went in. He let her. Yeah.
He went on stage and then she literally took her pants off and peed on this one person.
Yeah, he like laid on the stage.
I saw the picture. I didn't watch the video.
I saw the video. I was like, damn, I don't know if this is hot or not. This is so weird.
I'm so turned on right now.
I was like, this is I feel so weird right now.
And like all these fucking kids get like they have new kinks now. Fucked up a whole generation.
Pee on us.
They fucked up that whole generation, man. What's up, Howja? Are you guys twins? Yes.
Yes. Duh.
We're both from NK. That is nasty, though.
Yes.
Don't pee on your fucking... That's disgusting.
Yes.
Like,
it's horrible.
That's next level. Definitely a very bold move.
It is.
And then a female?
Yeah, it was bad.
If a dude did that, would it be... Man, would it be okay or no? Would it be okay?
You be doing one of these. Your ass is going to jail.
I bet R. Kelly, his reading the article, was like, what the fuck?
He's like, motherfucker.
What about when I did this shit? Like, hey, man, they were underage. Oh, yeah, you're right. All right, let me go back to the library.
But still.
But still, man. Remix to Ignition.
Hot and fresh out the kitchen.
Man, he got some bangers. I don't give a fuck.
Man. He's canceled, but his music is...
You can't hate on the artwork.
I even say R. Kelly's music is so big that I think I Believe I Can Fly is bigger than the actual Space Jam movie itself. It overshadows the movie. And I think that's what draws a lot of people's nostalgia is that song more than the movie itself.
Yep.
But
it's a moving song.
But he's a pervert.
He's like, we can do anything.
But he's such a pervert.
Meanwhile, behind the scenes,
I can do anything, even pee on a minor. Like it's
turn your face into a toilet seat.
Doo-doo butter.
R. Kelly, I was telling Alexa to play that shit, right? I thought she wasn't going to play it.
He's been canceled.
I guess I can play that for you.
But you'll be on the government watch list. Shell Shock says, drip, drip, drip. Yes. Yes.
That shit was so funny.
Speaking of Dave Chappelle, I got to run with this story.
Run
it. All right.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm done with that peeing story. That was yours.
Oh, yeah. All right. All right, so this is another thing. All right, so I'm keeping up with this Dave Chappelle shit we got going on right now. He had an incident last week at his old high school of, I can't even fucking think of the name now, and I can't see it. But, all right, so here's the story. Okay, so he went to Duke Ellington High School, Duke Ellington School of Arts. So here's the story. Dave Chappelle, he goes to, I think it was probably before Thanksgiving, he goes to his old high school of Duke Ellington Arts High School, or whatever you call it. He goes there and he goes like goes to speak with some students, and he was also had like a camera crew there to film for him because he was doing the he's coming out with a documentary soon called Untitled, which I'll probably check it out. More than likely I will. But he at this event he wanted to teenagers there. He wanted 8 teenagers to actually come up to like a mic and then talk to him. The thing is, though, Dave Chappelle just wanted 8 students that he wanted students to step up to the mic that didn't agree with how things have been going with his whole beef with the transgender community, or the case being. A lot of students that I'm so glad I kept reading more about the story. Because I had the assumption based off a lot of titles with this is that the entire school was mad at Dave Chappelle because of everything that's been going. I thought it was like, holy shit, the students ran him out of school. But in reality, most of the students at this assembly that he was at his old high school, all the kids were with him. Some of the kids were upset. I was like, man, we're huge fans of him. We would wish like he would let us up to the mic and talk. But Dave Chappelle just wanted students who didn't agree with where he was coming from with either his jokes about the transgender community or whatever. And so that's when you had like 8 kids come up and it was like, your comedy is toxic. It's getting people killed. The kids were going off. There's a huge back and forth. And it sounds like to me it was like this. It sounded like the way the media is trying to show this is as if, to me, my personal opinion, that they show that he may be like an antagonizer, because that was my first reaction. I'm like, why do you want to just let this shit go? It's kind of getting annoying to me. But then when I understood like the concept of it, is like he wanted people that didn't agree with him to speak, because it's almost like in a weird way he's still trying to learn about stuff.
Right.
A lot of kids was like, man, why don't you have us come up there? We love him. Like he only picked people that didn't like him, and he just wanted to hear it. And then I guess some of the students that went up to the mic, so we can understand. That's that was my takeaway from it. Some of the students who went up to the mic felt like they were being bullied. They felt like he was like talking down to them, or sometimes he would crack jokes in a serious moment where they were trying to tell something. Some of the students that showed up at this event, they were actually they felt like the way Dave Chappelle ran the whole thing in the first place. It was no different from how he runs his comedy shows. Like, you can't bring your cell phone and nothing like that. It's like, you're here to listen to me. This is like, and I always agree with how Dave Chappelle does it. It's like, look, this is our conversation only. When you start sharing it and starting to share it to everybody, not everybody's gonna like it, and it's gonna be a big a blow up. It's gonna be a big shitstorm. This shit's not for everybody. If you're here, then you're here because you do like me on some level. And so take the cell phones out the equation. This is kind of like a personal moment between us, and that's what he does with a lot of his stand-ups. And I feel like that's what he was doing with the school incident. The media seems like they're trying to blow it up like he just fucking belittled these kids, and I'm seeing it from a
that's how usually the media goes.
Yeah.
But if they want to take your image down, they only pull every negative thing about you, and then they will try to destroy your image. Now, if they don't like you, like, okay, we're gonna try to destroy you, and this school is gonna help us.
There was he did have some moments where it said I would have chosen some words differently at this moment for Dave Chappelle though, because I was like, oh man, you kind of hurting yourself on this, but I see where you come from. Like I guess when he was going back and forth with one student, he said in one quote, like, I'm better than every instrumentalist, artist, no matter what art you do in this school right now, I'm better than you. I'm sure that will change. I'm sure you'll be a household name soon. And I guess a lot of people didn't like that answer. I see what he's saying on that. It's not like he's demeaning these kids, but in reality, he is a man who's in this position in his life But he even says earlier when he's talking to the kids, like, I've gone through way more. I've had to make more choices in a day than you've probably had to make your entire life, which is probably true, especially being a kid versus an adult. I think people try to demonize that talking point too from him, like he's belittling them, but that's just the reality of it. Like, he does make hard choices, and
it's the reality,
especially with comedy. Like, I think everybody should be made fun of. That's just me.
The one thing the kids need to fucking put in their fucking brain. Learn how to fucking just be a fucking kid. Don't try to grow up so damn fast.
Yeah, slow it down a little bit.
Try to fucking keep up with like the adults. Like, dude, you're only a kid for so little. You know, you're only like free like that for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Like, be a fucking kid. Then worry about all that shit later. Like, don't try to fucking play ball with the fucking adults. Adult life is different.
Yeah, but on the flip side,
enjoy it while you're still young. You know.
And on the flip side too, I do see where.
Welcome.
On the flip side too, I do see where they do have a valid argument. Like, I'm not completely dismissing them.
Sure they do, but everybody has their own opinion on anything.
Yeah. The way I see what this whole situation is with Dave Chappelle, well, for the most part, Dave Chappelle is not going to get canceled ever. That man is a staple. Like, Dave Chappelle is so funny. There's two people in my job who don't even agree with each other on politics at all. One being a Democrat, one being a Republican, and they both think Dave Chappelle is awesome. But it's like, this dude crosses boundaries of like a lot of stuff. Like, people that don't even can never agree with each other. They will literally like just lean into it. So I would just lean towards Dave Chappelle no matter what. So with that being said, I see. It took me a second when I first saw this. I was like, I feel like how he ran the event was kind of strange, and I'm mixed with Dave because I still love the dude, but I was kind of hoping. I remember when he first did the transgender joke on one of his stand-ups. I was like, that was funny, and then he doubled down on it when some people were getting upset about it, and he doubled down on it again, a third time I think, and then the last one he did closer. I was like, I think I was just irritated at this point with the situation and not so much with Dave. But it's like Dave is trying to understand and trying to like he's making a conversation. I don't care what anybody says, good or bad. It's a conversation that he's having, even with people younger than him, way younger than him. But I remember at the point when he's doing the close, I was like, bruh, like, stop with this shit. Like, this is not even a stand up. This is a TED talk. Like, fuck. And he was saying some real shit though, but I was hoping shit would just end after this, but apparently he still did feel like there's a conversation that needs to be had, and he's having it with younger people. And I know it's some real shit. Like, I'm no expert on how all this stuff works and why these people make these choices to want to change. But if you ever watched the movie Boys Don't Cry, I shit you not. Not only would that movie ruin your day, it might ruin your whole fucking week. That movie is so heartbreaking, but it's about a transgender. Oh, how can I get this right? A woman who transitions over to a man, and like her name's like, well, his name is Brandon now, and he falls in love with this girl, but the girl doesn't know that he's actually a girl. But then when she finds out that Brandon's actually a girl, they fall in love with each other. But somehow this girl's ex is pissed off about it. But if you haven't seen it, watch it. The ending is so fucking.
And he killed her.
Yes, he fucking kills her. Like,
I've never seen it.
It's a horrible ending. But that movie just shows the reality of what some people of transgender community go through on some wild shit. And I do think there is a discussion to be had, but also I think there's a lane of where, look, comedy makes fun of everybody. Like, everybody gets it. I feel like if you ain't getting made fun of in comedy, do you really exist in this world? I feel like a rite of passage when we all live here, we can all make fun of each other on some level, but you can still do it in a tasteful way. And I never thought like Dave Chappelle was ever tasteless in his jokes about it. So, but I feel like he's really up. I get what he's doing. I'm kind of annoyed that he keeps doing this, but at the same time, I get he's trying to have a conversation. But if he keeps doing this, it's gonna like the media is gonna keep pushing. It's like he's creating a rift instead of like trying to bring things together, which I think that's what he's trying to really do. But that's just my take.
It's definitely trying to understand, but it comes to like a point to where you cannot please everybody. There's always gonna be somebody that's gonna disagree with you,
somebody's gonna get left out.
You just can't please everybody. It's impossible. Ask Jesus. Look what they do to him.
Yeah, Dunzo.
Is that a bad example?
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
I just want to say something. Shell Shock says the Winona Ryder. How do you say it?
Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder. That's a very. I heard the name before, but that's a really weird name.
Winona Ryder. Oh no, she was in a lot of shit.
Winona, is that
Winona?
White or black?
White. She was in. You ever seen Edward
Is that
Scissorhands?
an Indian name?
I don't know. I know she's white.
Imagine like you picking your kid name and then you tell the doctor, Winona Ryder. How do you come up with that?
Probably Native American.
Might as well name your kid like Windows 5. There's no such thing.
Oh, okay. I see what he's trying to say. Okay. He's saying the Winona Ryder one. Sorry. No, it wasn't Winona Ryder in Boys Don't Cry. It was Hillary Swank. That's who you're thinking of. It's Hillary Swank.
She's in $1 Million Baby.
Yeah, it's her. Yeah, her. She was like in Karate Kid. Don't ask me why. Remember that movie?
Yeah.
That movie sucked. But yeah, that's it for the situation. Like, it's oh, Dave.
Here's one thing. Like, if you're like a transgender, right? You better make it clear to, people, because that's how you spook guys or girls to where you can get killed. Because people they would react in a way, they would feel so ashamed, and at the same time they don't want people to think like, oh, like they're gay, so they'll like, fuck that, you're dead, I'm gonna kill you.
I remember one time when this shit first started popping off, and my first reaction was, well, they should make it a law that they should have to tell us if they're they transition over. But on the flip side though, I was like, no, that's not right, because on some real shit, they need to do that shit with racist people. Honestly, like, I ain't worrying about the for transgender folks, but it's
for safety. I would recommend you just say it straight up.
I think it runs off like it should run off an honor code system. I do think it should run off of like an honor code system, of where even if you have like a sexually transmitted disease, it's left to the person who has it to let the partner know, like, hey, I got this. Now, what we do going forward, let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Don't just do it and then you betray this person's trust or something. It's
like, before we continue, I have AIDS.
So with that being said, clearly you say I got a big penis, but what do you want to go after this? Like, how do you care about AIDS? Do you not? Like, do you like big penis more?
AIDS is still there.
What do you want to do? I want a big penis. Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's have AIDS together.
As long as you're aware.
Cool. I was being honest, and then you keep it moving.
Now you have AIDS.
You gotta but you gotta at least give people the option if they want to opt out or not. You know what I'm saying?
It's for safety. Just say it.
Yeah, like, for sure. But just be honest.
What's the worst that can happen? Do you want to live or gamble on it and then find out this dude is a fucking crazy psycho that easily can kill you?
Yes, that's strong as shit.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Should we go to some funny news?
Let's go. I'm tired of this dark shit.
Line up the mood again.
There's something wrong with me today. I don't know.
You got a lot of dark stuff.
I'm sorry. This the news.
You came in with some heavy shit.
It's the news. I'm sorry. Good
thing I'm not in a fighting mood. Okay, funny animal story.
All right, let's go.
I don't know if it's funny, but a crocodile thought to be a plastic prop attacks a man while taking a selfie. And almost kills this guy.
I heard about, okay, on the way over here, I was listening to a podcast that I was listening to and not at the same time, but I did hear a mention of treat every crocodile as if it's real. I was like, yes. What are they talking about?
Number one rule.
It's like they may look plastic, they may look glossy. I'm like, they talk about some guy's arm getting broken. I was like, what are they talking about? Is this the story? I gotta hear this shit.
But yeah, so this guy, let me tell you his name. This happened in the Philippines.
Oh, I think it's going to say Florida.
No.
Oh, my God.
Because, if you look at a crocodile, like, a lot of times, they'll just have their mouth open and then they just stay still.
Move. It be birds chilling on them and shit? Yeah,
they just stay still. So this dude in the Philippines, his name is Chappelle.
Let's go. Chappelle, let's go, man.
He's like, man, this is another plastic prop. Takes a selfie. Guess what? Crocodile, he was alive. And he fucking bit his fucking arm, right? Dragged this motherfucker into the fucking water, trying to drown his ass.
Yeah, they tried drowning him.
But, the dude, he said, I got this. He ended up escaping. He has his arm, and
he good to go.
He survived.
Damn. So I wonder if the flash, no, it couldn't have been no flash. The camera was facing towards him.
Anything can trigger off a crocodile. They're like...
They just wait for the perfect moment to kill.
Yeah, they wait for the perfect moment to attack,
But he was outdoors and he thought the crocodile was fake?
I don't know what location he was at. Maybe he was... I don't know. I don't know the location. I just know it happened in the Philippines and he thought it was fake.
And either way, don't... Like I heard in the podcast today, treat every crocodile as if it's real. Don't, even if it looks fake.
Yeah. Fuck that. Even if you're in Florida, like, oh, you're safe. You're at Walt Disney World. These Florida's not going to kill you. Guess what? They'll take 12-year babies away.
All of them.
Almost got that crocodile Harambe.
Ferraro turned his ass.
Yeah, that crocodile was like, man, I came here to eat. I gotta take a leak real quick, and then I'm gonna do another. Well, I got normal stories after this.
Yeah.
No more funny stories, so you guys can stop laughing now. All right, guys. Be right back. And we're back. Okay, I got one story that's pretty interesting. So a Japanese ex-princess that defends his daughter marriage to a commoner.
Wait, what? Say that again?
So there's a Japanese princess, right, in Japan. I didn't even know they got princesses out there.
I think that's what threw me off. I was confused on.
So she's born into like this fucking royal family, and she's a princess in Japan. And then they got married, I don't know, maybe 5-6 years ago. But when they found out that she married a commoner, it was outrage. They're like, princess, you're not supposed to marry a commoner. You're supposed to marry somebody from like a prince of somewhere.
You married a normie? What? Oh my god!
Yeah, like she married like a normal dude that she met at like when she went to college, like in the Western world, because this guy is Asian American.
Oh.
So she met this dude while she was taking she was going to college in America.
Yeah.
She met the dude, and
she went back home.
Then she had popped off, and then she fell in love with this dude and say, hey, sorry, family, but I don't want to marry like the person that you guys lined up for me, like whatever prince in what family that's royale and shit. She says, I just want to marry this regular dude.
Man, this is like a Disney movie.
It's like a Disney movie.
Imagine going on a date and you find out a girl's a princess.
I was saying the same
That's
shit.
insane. That is
I was
insane.
like, is this a fucking Korean drama right now that's happening, unfolding in real life?
Am I being punked? See, I just showed my age just saying that right now.
Yeah.
Am I being punked? What is this?
And then the dude, he realizes, holy shit, you're a fucking princess. Imagine that, right? Like, you're dating somebody, and then
I'd have been pissed.
6 months later, like, holy shit, you find out who she really is, that she comes from, like, a wealthy-ass princess family.
I would have been pissed. I'm like, bitch, I just paid for all these dates. I paid for all this dinner. Like, what? Why you
can't look like that.
What was all...
Even if you're rich, you're still supposed to do normal stuff like that.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, but here's what happened when she married the commoner. They ripped her status. They ripped her royal status of princess. So she doesn't hold that title no more.
Why? So she a normal person?
They say, you're a normal person too. You're not a fucking princess no more. You're out. They stripped the title.
Go be normal with your normal ass man, and
your
then
normal ass side dick. Your husband.
Your normal penis man.
Your normal ass non-royale penis.
Go have fun with him in America.
Fucking Americans. Like, I should have never sent my daughter over to the Western.
They corrupted her with their damn MTV.
Yeah, she probably learned something, but damn, I didn't know she was gonna marry a commoner.
Like, damn, I didn't expect this. Man.
I got a picture too.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah.
She look good?
Here it is.
Damn.
And you know what's crazy? When I looked at this picture, I was like, they almost look the same. Look at their nose. They have the same fucking nose and everything. I was like, if you put a wig on that dude, he looks just like his wife.
She's cute. She looked like a porn star to me. I don't know.
Whoa.
I'm crazy. No, she like this porn star I know, but
She looks like a normal person. She doesn't look like a porn star.
No, this one I know.
He looks like a porn star.
Oh, hell no.
But he looks like he got a sneaky dick, you know?
Man, how old are they?
That's why, he...
This got to be an old story. He look old.
Yeah, he got that sneaky dick.
I hope he ain't in his 20s.
That might be the reason why she liked him so much, you know?
Hey,
no, but actually,
maybe just cool people.
Yeah, his normal, cool ass dude probably, and
he probably I can imagine the story went like this. Like,
can't fight that shit, right?
She came to America and she came from this world of like royalty, and it's like
I don't got the wrong picture, Bob. That's the right picture.
It's a strict.
No, that's the right picture. I got it straight from the article. Oh, man. But go ahead.
I can imagine like her being a princess. She comes to America. Well, America's a little wild. Something wrong with us over here. And she's come from a strict world of rules, and this is how you're supposed to look as royalty. And America's like, yo, chug this beer. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then that guy comes out of nowhere. I can show you the world. Shining, shimmering, splendid. She's like, oh, okay. You don't know I'm a princess? I don't know who you are.
He's like, yo, you like One Piece? Let's watch. We hooked. It'd be a little shit like that. It'd be shows, anything. You know what I'm saying? No, shout out to them, man. So she's just normal lady now. Like,
yeah, she's normal. Like,
I'm assuming she's living over here.
I don't know where she lived, but all I know, she's not a princess no more.
Love is more powerful than that.
Love is more powerful than a silly title like that.
Yeah, or money. Or having everything you want handed to you.
Right, like
being rich. Like, never got to worry about bills. Like, ever.
Love is too strong.
Love is so strong.
That currency is forever. Love is that currency, man.
Because love can pay bills. No, shout out to them, though. That's a hard thing to walk away from.
Oh, Bob's right. Oh, that's not dumb.
Wait, what's going on? What's
Well, I pulled this from an article on Vice.
Vice used to be on top of shit, but
if that's
maybe
not
they look older.
If this is not the official picture, then hey, you guys can blame Vice.
Throwing Vice on it. I like you, Vice.
Because they have this picture on the article.
Yo, I looked it up. Bob's right. Was that the dad in the pic? I'm saying, yeah, the dude does look old, though. That's why I noticed. I was like, he look a little...
Yeah, he might want to shave that mustache, though, because it doesn't look right on him.
Yeah, it's gray and shit.
It looks like an Asian porn director. Got that sneaky side dick, you know?
And action.
And action. Meiko Kamuro. That's her name. She's Japanese. 30 years old. She's 30 years old.
30, okay.
The dude his name is Kai Kimuro.
Yeah, I'm assuming
he's a U.S. graduate in law school, so
okay. Yeah,
smart kid.
Oh, man, shit, they doing all right then. Even if she got the kid. Even if she's not a princess anymore, they making good money. They all right.
They rich.
What do you mean?
Bitcoin dick. He got that Bitcoin dick.
Hey, but been investing since day one. Shout out to them, man. That's just real love. Boy,
I mean, he's educated. It's not like his.
Yeah, he's a dumbass.
Like a fucking bum.
Yeah, he out here doing something.
Yeah.
Oof, man, I tell you, what would you do?
Could you head on his shoulder?
Could you walk away from that? Like just a life of
man, don't let me be a princess. I'll be a bad princess.
I will run this dynasty to the fucking ground. I will ruin everything.
Yeah, when I'm done, there's no more kingdom. You know?
You'll be the last princess.
I'd be like, man, get that commoner dick out my face. You know, I'm gonna keep that shit real. You know, I'm gonna keep that shit royale. I was like, get that royal dick over here.
I didn't know they saw princesses, man.
Yeah, I'd be like a bougie ass princess, man.
I heard a story a month ago. I think maybe a couple months ago now. There was like this black chick here in America. You know, she went to like the whole. She started doing research and trying to find out who her ancestors are, what family she's related to in Africa. She want meet her family. Like she want tracking down her bloodline of what village she originally came from before the slavery shit started kicking off. The transatlantic slave shit, right? And she tracks down where the village that she came from and everything. And the people were like, hey, and the people at this village told her, look, actually, based off your bloodline of who you are, you're actually the princess of this village.
Oh shit!
And the chick was like, "What the hell? She's like, are you serious?" She's like, "Look, I know it's hard to believe, but look, this is like your relative from this side of the family. This and this is like that missing link was connected. Of one part of the family got sent over to America, while the other one stayed there, and then." She goes over there and she meets these. She tells her whole. This is her telling the story too in an article I read. She winds up going over there. As soon as she gets there, they throw like a ceremony. She's like going down the street and everybody's like, "Oh, yeah, princess is here." And she's like, "Oh my god!" Like I don't know what. And it's like these people just giving her stuff, and then they go to saying like, just telling her. And it's not really so much like she rules a kingdom, but she's almost like she's the. Think of her as like a mayor of an area because it's not like a big ass kingdom, but it's just a small village area where. She's like just a princess from like based off her bloodline. She would be a princess. She would be the line of princess right now. And she went back
crazy.
And she realized that people in that area was like, you know, even though all these people were giving her gifts and all that, when she stayed there, she learned that hey, like these people that didn't have anything, they were giving me gifts. I want to stay there and help them. And she quit her job in America and she stayed over there and She's trying to help them out. It was a hell of a story.
She found her true path, man.
Yeah, it was awesome. Oh my God, I love this story.
That's cool as shit.
But that story reminded me of that just now too. Like, man, just I don't know, man. People somehow you just find your path in life. You just like go with it. Everybody's destined for something. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm gonna go back to my country and see what happened.
Man, I thought about that too after I read the story. I was like, man, I could be a king right now. What am I doing working this damn job?
Like, holy shit, the king is back. They fucking prop me up on an elephant and shit.
Right on their shoulder.
Feeding me like bananas and shit. I'd be like, oh.
eight wives. You never know, man. It could be crazy.
Nah. They'd be like, man, get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here. Fuck out of here.
We out here working. But yeah, don't let me be a princess, man. I'll let them run trains. My nickname's gonna be like,
on you?
Princess Camelot. Yeah. No, I'm just playing. Fuck that. That sounds painful.
Man, you ain't gonna be able to walk, man.
But yeah, But yeah, like the cool part of the story is that her dad actually defended her.
No shit.
Like recently, like in an article, because a lot of people were giving her shit. They were bashing her name. Like she said, she had like PTSD from all these negative hate shit.
I believe
because they were so disgusted on how she just married a commoner. She just ruined everything.
I believe it.
So they were so disgusted. Like some people were so disgusted, dude. They actually committed suicide because of this. Like,
damn.
They're not even in the relationship, and then they go out and off themselves because they're so fucking mad that she married a normal guy. And then she going through like these PTSD moments, and I'm pretty sure she has a therapist on standby.
Man. Can you imagine if he was black?
Oh,
this shit it would have been a fucking mass suicide. Yeah, why? That'd been horrible.
Oh my God, suicide numbers skyrocketed. Japan is going crazy. Suicide fort is lit.
You had the audacity to bring him back here for Thanksgiving?
The suicide fort is like the parking lot's fucking full.
It's filled up.
With a bunch of cars that they're never going to use ever again. It looks like a junkyard.
It's a junkyard. You can't move the car. There's so many people.
And then they have to make like announcement on the news. If you're planning on committing suicide, please, the forest is full.
It'd be like chaos because nobody could run like gas stations and shit anymore.
Fuck chaos.
Chaos.
But yeah, the dad's like, hey, chill, guys. Like, she's going through a lot. Like, they support her. Like, this is her life. It's not their life. It's a silly title. I don't even know why they still do titles like that.
Man, I know
like
England's trying to get
and princess and stuff.
England's been talking about getting rid of that shit for a long time. The people don't like that shit no more, man.
That's old Earth. This is new.
This new shit.
New Earth.
This is new shit.
Yeah, like, who knows? Like, you can make a connection with a fucking Hobbit.
Hey, don't matter. Love
is
love.
You're making like half Hobbit babies.
There you go. Love is love, man.
Who's gonna stop you?
Only you.
Laws, right? Is there a law?
Only you can stop you.
You can't have sex with a Hobbit.
No.
I will drill the whole Hobbit community. I'm just playing. But yeah,
he's like,
don't let an alien show up.
You like Frodo and Sam. They can both get it. I'm gonna tear them up.
Tear that out. Man, we wild today.
Put a ring on it. You get it? A ring.
Ooh, no pun intended.
No pun intended.
Damn.
Oh, we going off the rails. All right.
That's pretty good, man. Practice that.
No, it just came to me, man. Just showed up out of nowhere.
Royale dick only. Don't let me be princess.
It's over.
Hey, man, get that common dick out.
What's my next
I'm done with that story.
Do I want to do my next story? Do I want to say for next week? This is a new story. I want to see it unfold, I guess. I don't know. Fuck, I'll go with this story so we can be,
Hey, for people that's here, that just came here or whatever, like, we have new emojis. For anybody who's a follower, I made new emojis for everybody.
Yes. Blow them up.
You don't even have to subscribe. But it would be nice if you did. But go ahead.
All right. So the title of this hella article right here is World's First Living Robots Can Now Reproduce. I see this as a good thing or bad thing, but I'm going to continue.
So they're saying robots that they created are actually reproducing baby robots.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, they're not robots in the same sense that we think of what a robot is, as far as like mechanical and robots. It's just how it's designed, and it was basically created by AI for the most part.
Teach me.
All right, so it says the U.S. scientists who created the first living robots say the life forms known as xenobots can now reproduce, and in a way not seen in plants or animals. This shit is like this is like groundbreaking stuff. This is never seen before.
Skynet.
Actually, this is very strange. Okay, so this is where the xenobot comes from. It's no machines involved in this stem cell, right? Or this thing they're forming. It says formed from the stem cells of the African clawed frog, the Xenopus levus, from which it takes its name from. Xenobots are less than a millimeter wide. Tiny blobs were first unveiled in 2020 after experiments showed that they could move, work together in groups, and self-heal. Basically, from my understanding of the situation, is that they wind up. So it says they basically say that like a frog, this top frog, they scraped off like a layer of its stem cells, and they was able to take it out separately from this frog, and they placed it in this petri dish, and then they observed it, and it was started like at first it wasn't doing anything, but they used like AI, I guess like a machine to make it like form its own self to make it look like a. They're saying like the AI didn't have anything to do with it because when you look at the this new bot, the Xenobot, it kind of almost looks like Pac-Man, but the only thing it was is like the AI just helped assist in it and kind of like helping it grow into something more. But for the most part, it's just like stem cell from this frog in Africa. We letting it grow. Oh shit! It's growing into its own separate thing, like separate from its own. Like it's basically like these frogs in Africa are carrying living creatures on its back. Where if you separate it, and I guess at first they probably assumed that it was gonna die, but now it's like growing into its own thing where it's moving. It's like laying eggs. It's moving its eggs around. It's eating other like this other like this shit. There's like other.
So it's carrying like its own identity.
It's its own thing now,
and it can also replicate itself.
And it can replicate now. Yeah, and it can heal from like damages.
Well, that's the beginning.
It says
So what's like this whole thing with the Xenobot? Is that considered like a Xenobot? Like what would even make that a Xenobot?
That's what the Xenobot is. It's just like because at first I thought it was like humans created it, and not really. It's honestly humans assisted in its creation, but they didn't create it. If that makes sense, like it existed on this frog. And
it created itself.
Yes, it created its own self from the stem cells of this frog that they got it from. So it's creating its own whole different. Who the hell like what? It could go into something like a whole nother species thousands of years from now or something. You know what I'm saying? This is like groundbreaking. This is something new. It came from something else, but it's not like an egg. Because I think no. Let me take it back. The Xenobots, they got it off of like the embryo of frogs, like just like fetuses of frogs. They scraped it off, and just a little bit of the stuff that's on it, it was separated from it, and then it grew into this whole other thing. Very weird thing. It says, right here it says, frogs have a way of reproducing that they normally used to be normally used, but when you liberate the cells from the rest of the embryo, you give them a chance to figure out how to be in a new environment. Not only do they figure out a new way to move, but they also figure out, apparently, a new way to reproduce. So these cells off these embryos, they separated, and then after a while, it's like, okay, it's almost like they recognize they're separated from the embryo to help the frog become a frog. They're like, we have to survive on our own now and create our own environment. And so now they're starting to lay eggs. They're starting to eat shit. Like, it's like not like little shit, but.
Do they know what day it is?
They don't. But that's the thing. All they know is that world that's all they know is the world that they live in. So they don't even know. They probably don't even know we exist. Just kind of like we don't know what exists out there on like. If you think about as a scale of things, like only thing we know most about this planet is what we know here, but out there is such a damn mystery. And
we live in a fucking closet of a scientist.
We don't know everything's
in a little petri dish.
So many theories.
Like one day over there, it's like 100,000 years here.
Like, oh damn, they dead already. Damn, that was
they got Squid Game.
They're watching TV.
Fuck, they're so creative.
Oh my god, they're building bombs.
Hey, that nuke. That's actually causing a problem here. Send the aliens out there.
Okay, and then one of the scientists involved in this is just to kind of break it down a little bit. It says most people think of robots as made of metals and ceramics, but it's not so much what a robot is made of, but what it does, which is an act on its own behalf of people. And so right now, long story short, with this thing they're forming, this thing that's kind of like self-replicating, in the near future, they're saying that right now, this is the equivalent of like the 1940s when they first came out with the computer and nobody knew what to do with it. Because you couldn't really do anything with the computer back then, so much more than you can do now. And that's what they're saying about with the Xenobots.
That's a wild assumption.
That's their theory right now of with the Xenobots is, hey, well,
because like if they're saying it's like that, then it's over.
What do you mean?
Like if they're saying if comparing that to the stage of how computers was like in the 40s, man, it's only gonna be a few more years to where we're gonna be taken over by robots and they're self-replicating themselves. Yeah, and they're programming their own programs. They create their own language that we can't understand no more, an alien language. Well, let me tell you one thing about algorithms and code and everything. Mm. That's alien language.
Oh, for sure. Most people don't understand.
It's not like anybody who ever got into like computer software developing and stuff, and you going through these codes. When I was doing it, I was like, man, no way, no fucking human did this shit like with the codes and how they figured out how to use code as a language that only computers can understand. Yeah. It's so deep. I was like, no. No human
You're
made
talking
this.
with each other.
We were given that, language code where we can communicate with machines. Regular humans, we didn't do that.
I swear
to God.
No, what I was trying to explain with this, though, is that they're saying in terms of they just use that as like as a relation to with this Xenobots right now.
Yeah, it's over.
No. Actually, I see what what the scientist was saying with this. He's saying like this is the equivalent right now of what Xenobots is how it was like in the 1940s with computers. Like right now, we don't know what we can do with this, but eventually in time we can figure out something that could benefit humanity. But they only talking about the positives right now. They're not going to tell us the negatives of this shit, but. What I was reading before was that it could be something of where they could actually chew up like microplastics in the ocean if you can control it, or if there's damage to a root to a tree because of like the soil is destroyed or something with the earth is messed up a tree. We could send these Xenobots in there to like let's go save the tree and then save the roots of the tree, which is obviously going to save the rest of the tree. But like I said, this could be a slippery slope too, where it can start consuming, which I've seen a video on this on YouTube before of like the top 10 things the universe could get wiped, or Earth could get wiped out. And one is like nanobots. And this is when people start putting them in everything to try to like save stuff. They're going to be like, hey, we're going to just eat everything. And then they're eating matter and they're going to start eating, eat people. It's going to be like.
You wake up one day, half your house is gone.
It's going to be crazy because if we can't even deal with COVID-19, how are we going to stop nanobites from eating your house or eating people and my God, my stomach hurts.
I got shot 12 times by a fucking drone. Got shot by a drone cop.
All I did was jaywalk.
That's like the new gang.
I was just jaywalking. You shot me. Oh man,
you're in the wrong territory, gang. Beep boop beep.
You're on the wrong side of town. He's like, oh shit.
Pop, pop, pop. Like they don't even ask questions. They just do. That's their job. They do.
All humans lie. You're about to lie to me. Dude, get ready.
That is wild.
Yeah, so now we got
self-replicating robots.
Yes, that's gonna probably wipe us out. Or it may help, because they bring up the good stuff, but we'll see.
Everything's good when it's automated.
In the beginning.
All right. You're done with that one?
Yeah.
All right. So let's start talking about ghost particles. I can't even use this in the title no more because we jumped around so much. Oh, yeah. So I have to figure out a new title. Because I don't want to be labeled like, oh, this is clickbait.
Clickbait, yeah. We'll figure out something.
All right. So ghost particles detected at the Large Hadron Collider in a breakthrough discovery by scientists.
Okay.
So this actually happened 2018. Turned on the Hadron Collider, and what they discovered in this Hadron Collider was actually neutrinos, which they call this the ghost particle. They don't really know what it is, where it came from, or anything. So this neutrinos is a particle that carries no electrical charge and has nearly no mass.
Okay.
So this thing can move like throughout space. You can't really detect it like
it's
that.
invisible.
Yeah, it's moving like, okay, it's not radiating no heat, no nothing. It has no electrical charge. So scientists, they're baffled with this neutrinos. They don't really understand this particle. And what's crazy about this breakthrough is that they first discovered this. Like, it's already been discovered already, but the weird shit is that they're finding it in the Hadron Collider when they're doing their Hadron Collider tests.
Yeah.
They're like, holy shit, there's fucking neutrinos in here. Why is it in here? Like, we don't understand. So now they're trying to kind of wrap their minds around, like, why would this exist, like, within like Large Hadron Collider? Like, why would it show up now?
Yeah.
They're confused. They've been running this shit for like a long time.
It's now popping up.
Yeah, now they're like, what the fuck? They have neutrinos in here now? That's weird. But now they're trying to study it on why, like,
how did it even
this
get
shit
here?
even exists, like, in the fucking Hadron Collider. So, like, even like these neutrinos, they the way they describe it, like, with our body, like each like square centimeter would have like 100 billion like neutrinos,
Okay.
like, just running through your body.
Okay.
So they're describing this as something that they can't explain, but the more they talked about it, the more I started to think, like, okay, maybe they're describing like the human aura or your energy or whatever energy like you're giving off.
Something.
They just can't explain it because, science haven't caught up to that level to where they can explain something that happens, in a dimension that they don't understand. Yeah, on a spiritual level, because if they can't like prove it, like, it's just woo woo, right?
Yeah, that's why a lot of times too, if you talk to scientists or people that dabble in the theoretical theories and all that, a lot of people assume that they're atheists, but a lot of them actually they believe in a higher power, and because sometimes science is just one of the things is that it can't answer everything. It's some things they can't.
It can't. It's always like, even like with this new discovery, like what they're finding, like, okay, now we're finding neutrinos in Large Hadron Collider. It's all this is rewriting science, like, as we speak.
Yeah.
Like, science is almost like it's not solid like that no more because they're finding out so much new shit about other stuff to where it's considered paranormal, but they know it exists. They just can't explain it. Especially like with this neutrino stuff. Like, they know it exists. They can do tests and see that it's there, but they can't explain what it is, why it's there.
Yeah. Like, we see it, but we can't tell you nothing about it, but we know it's there.
It doesn't carry like properties like normal particles. It don't carry nothing. Like, it doesn't make sense, to them. So they're like, okay, we don't know what the fuck it is, but they're actually using the Hadron Collider to learn about these neutrinos even more. Like, they're actually building like a different collider somewhere else, like, where its only job is to find neutrinos. And they're saying like, okay, like in, what was it? Like, they said that they can find like 10,000 neutrinos in the next year.
Damn, is this how much money like that's out there? Or what's within the Hadron Collider? Or the ones they're detecting?
I'm thinking it's like some source of power or energy or some shit that's very valuable to where they actually building like billion dollar machines just to get these neutrinos. So this is something very big. Special because they don't understand it themselves. They don't understand it themselves, but I think they do know like what it is. Because this happened in 2018, they just now published the article saying, hey, they discovered this. Because, it's literally like a science lab. They have to show what the fuck they're producing or whatever discoveries that they make. Because it's a science place. It's like, I don't know how many countries sign a contract with Cern for them to do all these experiments. They have to show what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, it's like
they have to show the work. They can't just get all billions of dollars and they don't show the work.
It's like a detective. It's like they're solving mysteries, and then you got to show your investors what you're finding and how you can prove it.
Right. They're like, hey, did you guys find anything? Okay, give them that ghost particle neutrinos.
Cool. What does it do? We don't know. Are you serious? The investor's like, are you serious? Like, why we pay you all this money for what? Like, we're gonna figure it out, guys.
Yeah, but it's something big, and we need more money because we need to build another machine so we can fucking gather more of these neutrinos.
Like, we're gonna give you 10 years because a lot of these donors, they're getting impatient. They're trying to figure out immortality or something. Like, you better hurry up.
That might be like the seed, man. Like, the neutrinos might be like the seed. like for them to actually open up portals like on demand.
I figure like if it's like a ghost particle, what if it's like a particle that came from a Earth or some like another Earth or something? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like a trap. I think it's multi-universal shit. Like yo,
it's something special for sure.
See the other side.
They wouldn't spend that much money on something like that. So it's the ghost. They catch people's eyes by saying, "Hey, it's a ghost particle," but it's actually neutrinos. Neutrinos is very special. We talked about it before. Like it could be like one of those particles that can actually stop time.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember now.
Like Alaska was going through like a fucking time trap, right? They're going through like not a time loop, but like
a 6 months of
like a little gap, like a little time gap where your real watch, your working Rolex watch, would actually skip time like by like a fraction of a second in this location in Alaska.
You in that sweet spot.
Yeah, there's certain spots on the Earth where time is different.
It's kind of wonky. At first, the most normal people will say, "Oh, it's the electromagnetic fields and it's a disturbance spot." I'm like, or it's a weak spot in reality. Let's go with that. Let's
the back door.
It's the back door to another universe.
The back door to the code that we live in. We live in this silly code that's fucking programmed by a 12-year-old. Oh man.
Oh, that would be so depressing.
Yeah, but like, can you imagine like what exactly neutrinos are? Like your energy aura, because like everybody, we all have like an energy. Like we have like layers of energy. Like how far does your energy spread? Like people can feel like they can feel you around and stuff because, the higher you vibrate, the higher your radio antenna is. So it's like imagine you like as a radio station, right? You're vibrating. Everybody can feel your energy. So when you walk in the room, they're like, "Oh shit, Big Dick Daddy's here."
I feel him.
And the dude's not even looking at the door. He's just trying to get a Coke out the Coke machine.
Not even paying you guys any mind. Just
like, fuck, I feel like a big shadow that just walked in. But it's just like little Timmy. Little Timmy just walked by.
But it's that
but his energy. Yeah, that's where they got this big dick energy shit, But his dick is actually small. It's a joke. Yeah, but the energy is big. They'll be like, yo.
Like, man, you act like you
12-inch, get over here.
Man, you better calm down.
Calm down with that shadow dick, because Cass is.
Cass Shadow, got you.
Cass is a shadow. Call him Shadow Dick. That's his porn name.
I'm going to say Dick Eclipse.
That's a cool ass name.
No, I was about to say Dick Eclipse. That's hardcore.
I go by Shadow Dick. Sin Fizz was good. He says there was a documentary you guys might like about missing people that might help stumble through portals. Missing people.
What's up, bro? Oh, just been a while.
Like the missing people 411 missing people. Like a lot of people, they went missing and then some dude just started investigating and wrote books about it. They did documentaries. And
just people just went missing and
it just disappeared, man. Speaking of missing people, you guys want to hear something crazy? So China, they did is it called consensus? Census, where they, count how many people live in the country, right?
Yeah.
So they just recently did it, and guess what?
What?
There's 12 million children that's unaccountable for. They're off by fucking 12 million kids. Like, hey, 12 million kids. Like, hey, we got some explaining to do. The fuck were they doing? What are they doing?
Realistically, okay, I'm gonna talk about this on a normal level, and then I'm gonna go extreme. I think on a normal level, a lot of it comes down to probably when they had that baby boom, because they had so many kids in the country, and then a lot of them went to the adoption. It could be possible that 12 million kids just went around the world, and God knows where they ended up at. It could have been good homes, could have been sex trade or some shit. You know
sex trade, organ harvesting,
yeah, all types of shit. Yeah, it could have been.
Yeah, it's organ harvesting, sex trade.
Oh shit! There you go.
Farmers.
It's just real.
iPhone builders.
Hey, putting chips in phones. I don't know. They had to get rid of the body somehow, though. I tell you, Mayo Zedong was like, yo, everybody have kids. Everybody had too many kids. It's like, oh shit, we're starving. Get rid of everybody.
Shell Shock says they're all at Angelina Jolie's house.
Oh hell yeah, yo! She got she running a farm.
The first kid she adopted was Cambodian.
Kids. Yeah, it was his name started with an M. Is it Maverick? What was it? Kid?
Maverick sounds right.
Is that what it is?
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Don't ask me why I know this either. Don't ask me why I know this.
That's a cool name, Maverick.
That's his own name. That's Vince's kid's name or middle name.
Is it?
Yeah, I can't remember his kid's
I thought
first
his
name.
kid's name was. I never knew his kid's name.
Maverick is his middle name. Sorry, fans, but I know. I know.
I'm out the loop, man. I'm not on Facebook. I don't know who has kids now.
You ain't missing shit. I promise you. You're probably better off without Facebook.
My dad is on there.
I remember you told me that. Yeah, so is my dad. He canceled it. Like he canceled his shit before, like 10 years ago. He just got back on. He just got back from a high school reunion. He's connected with his old friends from the reunion. Like, yeah, man, I'm looking good.
I'm working at NASA.
Yeah, look at me. Retired. No.
I'm at Tesla right now. I'm about to retire at Tesla.
No, when you're in your 60s, the real flex is, like, my dad's 63. The real flex is retiring. Because a lot of people 63 don't retire. So my dad's like 63, retired. He flex it all the time. I'm 63, look at me, retired.
When we get old, like, you know what the real flexing is?
I got oil. Because we're going to be fighting. It's going to be like a
you roll up there
future.
with NFTs.
Yes.
You're going to have an NFT on your chest and shit.
What's your set? Like,
Pandora's box.
get him. Oh, man. Our future's going to be like Waterworld. That's what it's going to be like.
Our future's all digital, man. Like, our assets going to be all in the digital world.
Oh, it's starting to push it more and more. Like, it's pushing that way to where I was about to pay with my card the other day at a gas station. And the lady was like, hey, you can't use the numbers. Can you just tap your card on it? Do you have like the tap thing on your card, in your debit card?
You slapped it, right?
I was like, no, I don't have it.
It probably does have the tap.
But I use my phone. I use Apple Pay. That shit's... Apple Pay is so awesome. I need to stop using it because I'm starting to forget my PIN.
Yeah, that's what I use.
Yeah, I'm like, double click, cool. See ya.
Apple Pay is so convenient, man.
But oh my God, it's so awesome. But I can see how I could definitely see how some computer brain person in the future is gonna fuck that up. They're gonna take all that money.
Shell Shock says, y'all accept Wulongs?
Oh shit, Cowboy Bebop. Have you watched it yet?
No.
I'm getting through it. I know Shell Shock.
First 30 minutes, I couldn't get into it.
Man, I love Shell. Oh, I told Shell Shock already. I love Cowboy Bebop. It is so awesome to me. It has because Cowboy Bebop to me always felt like a black exploitation film from the 70s. Anyways, it just has this jazz beat to it, and it's a very good concept. But I like how the show is it's supposed to be cheesy, but at the same time I just treat it like it's a show.
It's cheesy?
Yeah, it's cheesy. It's fun.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I don't know. I just wasn't in the mood when I watched it.
Yeah, you gotta be in right mind for it. I ain't gonna lie though, because it's gonna throw you off. I get why people. I'm one of those people who's like, I like it a lot, but I get why somebody wouldn't like it. If that makes sense, I understand why somebody wouldn't like Cowboy Bebop, the live action shit, but I like it.
Yeah, my attention just wasn't there. I'll give it another shot.
Yeah,
I'm all about giving chances.
Yeah, I'm watching 3 different shows right now, so I'm getting spread thin, man. I'm watching Cowboy Bebop, and something else, and something else. Fuck. I just want to sleep all day.
I have one thing I want to talk about.
Oh, let's go.
What I think what bipolar is, or what people with multiple personalities, what's really going on in the brain.
Okay.
And I believe that every single person on this earth, we all have a lot of different personalities within ourselves that we don't even realize.
No, real shit. Everybody has. Everybody has different
That's
levels.
why I think everybody in the world, they all have that killer instinct, that killer, you can kill somebody.
Yeah.
Everybody. You just got to get pushed to that limit.
Yeah, everybody has that limit.
Right?
If you had a kid, and you could be a pacifist, and somebody had a gun to your kid's head, hey, I'm gonna kill your kid, you're gonna shoot me. You gonna pull the trigger.
Guess what? The murder side of you is gonna come out.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna like that whoever was trying to kill your kid. Yeah, so I started thinking about it with bipolar, because and people with multiple personalities, because I actually see this shit going on at work. People would just people that have schizo and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. I actually see it happening in real time.
Yeah.
I saw this lady. She's in a suit, She works a professional setting. I'm sure she works at a professional office. She's normal. She has nothing in her ear, no Bluetooth, nothing. Normal, right? Then out of nowhere, switch flip, and she's a different character, and she's fucking crazy. talking to somebody, cussing them out. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Like a Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah, like something switched out. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, is this like downtown? Like, this is how it is?
Somebody told her, like, green peas. And then she like,
yeah.
got activated. Yeah, she got activated.
Yeah, so like I started thinking, right? I was like, like imagine like we're like your personality, right? We're all riding a bus, and there's different personalities riding the bus.
Yeah.
So people with the bipolar and multiple personalities, nobody's actually driving the wheel. Like usually, like normal people, like
somebody's controlling it.
Like that's in control. You have like the main personality that's controlling your brain, controlling like your reality and shit.
Yeah.
Right? The other guys, like the murderers in the back seat, they don't get to drive. You know? The really funny guy is in the back too. Because you're at work, you're just like the normal guy kind of, you know? So I'm thinking like we have a whole bunch of different personalities. So the people with like schizo and bipolar, nobody wants to be the driver. So there's different drivers.
Yeah, nobody can decide who's going to take over.
Yeah, so they're like, okay, I want to drive now. So it's like the crazy guy. So then one day, the normal guy wants to drive.
Have you ever seen this show called Doom Patrol?
No.
Oh my! All right, look. It's on HBO Max. It's about this team of superheroes, but they're not. But they're all dysfunctional because they all have their own demons to deal with, and a lot of times they always fight and argue. They don't take shit seriously. But there's this one character in the show. Her name is Crazy Jane. She's played by what's her name? This actress named Diana Guerrero, who is smoking hot. She's playing on like Orange Is the New Black. But hell, in this show she plays an amazing actress because she plays Crazy Jane, and in this show it shows that a little girl, like she plays this girl like her name is Kay. That's her OG name. Her name is Kay, but I think she was like molested by her father when she was a kid or something like that. But it wound up creating like 64 different personalities. And so when Kay gets stressed out or whatever, or they're trying to protect Kay, a personality will take over to kind of protect the real one. But they all the personalities exist in this place called the Underground. This deep temple where all the personalities just are there. They live amongst each other. Like some of them are serial killers. Some could just probably destroy all of Earth, like on some wild shit. But while they're all living down there, all of them on some level want to fight for supremacy, but they realize in order to protect this girl, they need to contain themselves and allow somebody to out of all the split personalities, somebody needs to be the leader and be the one that's gonna run things for the girl to protect her. But you got so many different personalities fighting for like supremacy. It becomes this thing where it's
wow.
They start forming factions and shit. Like, you know what? I don't like what you did. Like this girl that you claim that you love and you're trying to protect. Well, guess what? We don't like what you did with her this last week. So me and so and so, we're joining this side, and now we're gonna go against you to fight for supreme control over her. But they're all trying to protect this girl, but it's creating all these factions and wars in between them, and it's insane. That's really cool. It's so deep, but that's what it reminds me of. But the only way they can get to the surface though and leave the surface is through a train. They get on a train. Choo-choo. They have a conductor. She just drive up to the surface. Boom. You have full control of Kay's body. If you get pulled back in, you have to get back on the train, go all the way back down to the inside of her mind, over her psyche. You get off the train. Like it's so insane, but I love that stuff.
I think that's how it is, man. That whole
bipolar
stuff, man.
Damn,
it's because I see it at work. Then I'm just trying to figure out like why is it happening? Because there's like billboards all that. If you go to the train station, I'm pretty sure every major train station they have billboards saying, "Hey, we're doing like a schizophrenia study, and we want people to sign up for this for free." You know, and then they'll get people with schizophrenia to join like a study research facility where they do tests on them. Because, like in reality, scientists, they don't really know how schizophrenia happens. Man. It's one of those things like they can't have like a real answer to it. So it's just a bunch of theories of what they think is going on in the brain.
Yeah, I think the best answers you can get is from the person going through it. But how much evidence can you get out of a person going through that? It's got to be tough.
Right. Shell Shock says there's a movie on Amazon called The Wave. Is that something about with people with schizo?
It's a bit of a trip.
Synfist says that's a fairly good metaphor. Yeah, it is. Like, here's one thing. Like, I was thinking about like people who like they get pushed like to the edge to where a new character shows up, right? Let me give you an example. Was it North Carolina where they got the Virginia Tech shooting?
Virginia, it was Virginia.
Oh, Virginia, my bad.
Yo, put this for.
Hey, get him back to the bus. The person that get the false information, he has to sit in the back.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here. He's done.
Yeah, he sits in the back of the bus, giving me that wrong info. But yeah, okay, so Virginia Tech guy, right?
Awesome.
Asian dude, Korean guy. Usually Asians, like in America, they're not known to doing nothing that drastic, like as far as like a school shooting. That's fucking rare as
It's
shit.
outrageous, man.
It's not. It's weird, right? So this kid probably got pushed so far to the edge to where a new character came out, like somebody in the back of the bus.
Something he couldn't deal with.
Somebody in the back of the bus said, "Hey, stop driving. Give me the fucking
wheel.
Give
Get
me
up,
the
give me the
fucking
wheel.
wheel.
Get up."
I'm gonna fucking change this shit." Because here's the thing: when they say when people like they flip a switch, right? Where they're about to commit a crime, they make a lot of changes to themselves, like they shave their head, they make really weird changes to where it's not like in their character, to where people that really
You'll see the signs before it happens. Yeah.
So people that really know him, right? They'll be like, yeah, I would never imagine he was like that kind of guy.
But after the fact, he done killed
But
like 12 kids.
Him himself probably looked in the mirror and said, I never could imagine I could do something like this. He's shocked by it. Like the changes that he's going through mentally. Like himself is shocked.
Something
He
fucked
shaved
him
his hair, and then if you look at his face, completely different. This dude's stone cold, like no emotion. Like I'm on a fucking mission, and guess what, guys? Somebody else is in control. I'm about to light everybody else up.
Yeah, I always figure like when you go into that point, cause if I remember correctly, the Virginia Tech dude, he wound up offing himself too.
Yeah.
I think it's like on some level, it's like it was always going to be a suicide mission. But it's like what would have pushed him to even something else had to, like as you would say, like he take control over the bus, and
whoever took control of the bus,
and he never got control of it. Yeah,
got full control to where he said, "Fuck you guys in the back." I bet you there's so many voices like in the back of his head saying, don't do it, stop.
Yeah.
But the dude, like he asked whoever was in control, the murderer, like, cause like I said, I swear to God, everybody got like a killer in them,
Yeah.
Like this dude was in the front, he blocked the whole bus stop. Everybody that was telling him, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
Like even the comedian side trying to make a joke, but it's like, no, we don't want to die, because they already know like this dude on one mission, because he's so tired of seeing what this dude is going through, like, cause like imagine this, right? If they ever made a movie, right, where they talk about split personalities and they talk about the Virginia Tech guy, and this kid is being bullied like crazy, and then the murderer is sitting in the bus like this, watching everything. It's like, and getting so
just
fucking
taking it all in, just taking
writing
it all in.
his notes down. It's like, yeah, wait till I get into the driver's seat. Like you'll never be back in the driver's seat.
And it's probably gonna happen at a moment where he probably he just snapped and he's like got depressed, started crying. And that whatever was sitting back there the whole time watching was like, look, let me take over, because when the time comes, I'm gonna use what hurt you into just letting this shit out on the world.
Yeah, scary, man.
It's fucking horrifying.
Like people, they can bring out like different sides of you, and you don't even realize it yourself until you actually go through that shit. You're like, holy shit, I didn't even know I had that side of me.
Remember we talked about before? It was called looking into the void or something like that. It's like where you could do something horrible, but you kind of step back from it because something in you, maybe a conscience or something like, I could kill this person right now, or I could run this person walking on the side of the road right now, somebody just walking down the road, I could just drive over and hit them.
Maybe like when you're thinking like that, it's like the murderer whispering.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna but your sanity kicks in like, okay, that's stupid as hell, that would be just wrong.
Yeah.
But where people finally break is like that little wall. I'm assuming I think human sanity is a thin wall sometimes that can easily be broken, and when it breaks, it's hard to fix it up.
Recent fist, I'm a pee so fast.
I got you. All right, so we're gonna go to the chat. Sinfit says, I have a crazy story about schizophrenia/psychosis for you. But in my personal experience, hearing voices wasn't my own split personalities. It was other intelligence that set up shop in my head. When they were speaking, I wasn't thinking, and when I, air quotes, was thinking they would not be speaking. Oh, that was my experience. I was always in control of my actions. I'm sure it could be different for others, though. Yo, real shit. I can see where, and also I can see where certain situations where you're still in control of your actions, but I think a lot of stuff ties to depression. And when people get depressed and get into the slump, it's hard to climb out of that shit too. And then something else might take advantage of it. But nah, straight up, man.
Yeah,
and thank you for sharing, Sinfizz. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, I kind of feel like sometimes I do like hear voices in my head where it's not my voice. Let me give you like an example, like what happened just the other night. It's so weird. I was sleeping, dreaming, half sleep, half wake, right? In my dream, I was awake, and then I actually did wake up, but I was hearing the voice of an old man, right? So then I was trying to, wake myself up. And then I woke myself up, right? And then guess what happened?
What?
I hear his voice again, like in real life.
While you're awake?
While I was awake. And dude, that fucking freaked me out, man.
I think a lot of people, like we talked about before with...
But I know that might not have anything to do with schizophrenia.
I mean, I think a lot of times, I think a lot of people don't realize. I think on a lot of level, people do have levels of schizophrenia. Because I say this because, for example, since I've ever started doing podcasts with you and whatnot, there's been times where I've talked to girls and they'll be, "Hey, you act like this person when I met you. I listened to your podcast. Why are you so different?" But it's like I can adjust to it. But I think it's like low level schizophrenia where I'm picking. It's almost like you have a telephone voice when you answer the phone. You know when to make adjustments. Like, hello, hey, my name's Chris Jones, and then so you can make adjustments on some level. But then it's like low level schizophrenia because some people will be like,
no, I wouldn't call that. It's like schizophrenia.
Oh no, actually no, maybe adjusting to a certain situation. It's more of
a code switch.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Code switch. There you go. Exactly.
It's almost like it's the same thing, like saying like, hey, like know how to act in certain situations.
Yeah, you know.
Like, let's say if you're going to a formal meeting, you wouldn't bring like ghetto Chris out at a formal meeting.
No,
you'd be formal because that's a formal meeting. You don't fucking hood out,
But that's what I was thinking too. Like,
then on the podcast, like we
turn up.
Yeah, we talk how we want to talk. Like we already clocked out of our fucking working life. Like this is us now. We say whatever we want.
And then we go to work as a different personality.
Yeah, we go to work. It's different. Like,
and I do think that's how it is too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's like super duper low level. Like, if you could manage it, because if you know how to act, then you know how to act. But if some people just maybe not be able to control it,
right?
Or maybe not be able to show it. And say like if you get picked on, or somebody's like bothering you or irritating you, if you don't never step up and stop it,
right?
Eventually you might lash out, kill them in a fit of rage. You know what I'm saying? It's levels of how having to deal with shit.
Man, if anybody ever try to pick on you, hit them one time in the fucking face.
That's what I tell.
That's it.
That's what I tell kids all the time. Dad, look up to me.
I'm
like, just kick him in the balls. Take the L for suspension if you got to, but
yeah,
don't ever let somebody pick on you ever.
You be straight. Because that actually happened to me.
But don't kill him. Don't kill him. God, for the love of God, don't blow him.
I don't even know if you know the story. Like, it's back freshman year. I don't want to say his name, but he thought like he could pick on me and shit, right? So I fucking punched him right in the face. I did like a 3-piece combo.
Nice.
Right?
Side of potatoes.
I never saw him the next 4 years.
That's all it takes. Because bullies are like, that's how the world works, man.
I was like, no, man, you ain't gonna push me around.
Motherfucker.
This is my house.
Get up.
Freshman year, like, nope.
I ain't gonna spend the next 4 years running from you.
For real.
Like, hell with that. That's torture.
Yeah, like
I'll take ass whooping right now.
Never talked to me like the whole 4 years, right? What was funny is like later, like I met him like at a club, like later, like we're adults now. I saw him at the club.
He was chill.
And then we just squashed it.
Dude, that's how it is. Kept it moving.
It was normal.
Man.
But yeah, Shinfizz says he says that everybody does that. That you act differently around people. Like you're a different person with your grandma than you are with your buddies. Yeah, that's true.
That's real shit.
That's like code switching, right? Like,
well, code switch is like, It's even when I've noticed this when I've lived in places where.
Well, it's similar. Like you.
Yeah, but it's still a code switch. Yeah,
you're switching the way you talk, like to your grandma, because you're not gonna talk to your grandma like how you talk to me, like on the podcast. Yeah. But your grandma be like, "Hey, chill," like that shit's disrespectful.
Which
like,
I was shocked when my parents heard this podcast, and the first thing they said was, "We didn't know you said the F word so much." I was like, "Oh, I don't say it around you guys because I know because even though I'm a grown man, I got parents. I adjust myself to where I don't cuss so much around them or whatever. Versus where I know, just know your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Be aware of your surroundings. I think that's what it really comes down to.
Yeah, it's about like respect.
I'm gonna run the restroom right quick. You got this?
Yeah, I got it. Shell Shock says I got punched in the head by a bully in middle school, and I just laughed. Destroyed his ego after that. Yeah, that would destroy like somebody's ego because like he'll feel like, hey, he didn't do no damage to you because your head is pretty hard, right? I would imagine. He didn't hold power over me anymore, and he left me alone. Hey, that's good because like you probably light his ass up. Bob says, I got like 5 personality. Robert has 1. Bob too has a lot of personalities. I think I have a lot of personalities too. Like some of them, they do have to stay at the back of the bus when I go to a family events, they have to sit in the back of the bus. But Robert, he does have that fixed personality. Robert is wild. Yeah, like his shit, he goes into public doing the same shit that he did at the house. That's what's wild about Robert. Is Robert in this chat? Sin Fizz says, I bullied the bullies because I was a bigger kid and didn't like that bullshit. Oh yeah, that's cool when the big kids are fucking being the bullies, but the good bullies. Not the bad ones messing with people for no reason. You don't want those type of bullies. Bob says Robert has 1 personality. What? Like he carries that shit like everywhere. In public everywhere.
Like he never changes it.
Yeah, like that's what. There's always like a time for everything. That's what I said.
It's a time and place for it, man. If you need to turn up and you fuck some shit up.
Like if you're at some public place where people are just trying to eat, like you shouldn't say perverted jokes.
No, it's like I was saying before I had to run and go pee. There's a time like people need. I think the problem with a lot of people in this world is that they don't know how to read situations.
Yes,
and it's I don't know if it's because of narcissism, like they don't want to change or something. It's like I'm gonna be this way no matter what. Okay, well it's not about you. It's about like. It's about the energy in the room and trying to make everybody comfortable about your presence or everything else. But it's like,
right.
But it's always gonna be that one person is gonna be.
I'm just gonna be who I am.
Fuck everybody else. Like, well,
this is me.
Like that's why nobody likes you. You make it about you.
You at a funeral turning up and shit.
Like, calm down. Like it's not your moment. Just relax.
Watching Squid Games at a funeral. Yeah. Like, hey, stop. Wait till you get home, man.
Squid Games ain't going nowhere. Just put it away.
I'm just being me.
Oh man,
but yeah, there's always a time and place for everything.
And I think it's all is. I think a lot of time is I've even noticed this how on a grander scale when it comes to people driving and why people don't change, like why people don't like use blinkers or anything like that. It's like they're not reading the situation. That's where like my pet peeve. It's not about you. And it's not about like, well, I'm gonna just hurry up and jump over because if I put my blinker on, they're not gonna let me over. Well, at least do the common courtesy, let them know you're gonna get over, and if they're gonna let you over, then. It's tough,
those drivers that don't use their blinkers and then they go.
It's getting less and less,
in and out of the lanes.
It's getting less and less out here where people's not using blinkers.
It's selfish driving.
And it's stressing me the hell out. I'm like, oh my God, I got to read these people's minds at this point.
Yeah, like I don't know if they're going to try to jump in my lane. Like, let me give you an example where I almost died just driving home from work.
See? That's just every day in Atlanta.
And I try to see how these cars are moving because nobody fucking use their blinkers no more. So I'm trying to figure out if these persons are trying to go in the lane or not, right?
Yeah, you see like the car like cross over the line a little bit. Like, okay, they about to jump lanes.
So like I was driving. I was like in the fast lane and shit. And then I was looking at this car, like it kind of wanted to go in, but it didn't. So it did like 3 times where I was like, okay, they're not going to want to go in. Okay, so I was like, cool, I'm safe. I started driving right when I got right next to them. She goes into my lane. Son of a bitch. And then, you know, me, like all I can do is either smash the fucking wall or like get hit by her. So she saw my face too because I made it very dramatic.
We were so close. I saw her face.
I was like, I turned left a little. I looked at her. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, And she looked at me. She's like,
"Oh shit, I'm so sorry."
Oh shit! Because I looked at her. I was like, you're about to kill me right now.
Use your blinker.
And she's like jerked back, and then like I saw people in the back seat. They freaked out too. It was like, holy shit, that was so close. And then man, I don't even know if my heart was beating or not. Like
I might have died.
Like I don't even know what the fuck that.
That's
like it was scary. Like I couldn't feel my heart beating, but my heart was like shifted. Like it was in a different location because there's like I could feel like an indent somewhere. You know, because I was like, man, I was supposed to die that day.
I see it all the time in traffic where I'll see like it'll be an open lane. And you see two cars on each side of the open lane, and they'll change lane at the same time. Yes. But none are using blinkers. I'm like,
yes, I saw that. I saw that today.
I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna watch somebody die. And eventually, sometimes I see them turn away. Sometimes I see cars go like this, and I'm like, and they'll just keep going. And I'm like, and as soon as I see that, my first reaction is, I bet you that neither one of them has insurance. And they're keeping it going. They're like, nobody's stopping.
It's scary.
It's scary, man. Did you drive home last? Did you work last Wednesday before Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I drove that day before the day before Thanksgiving.
It was so crazy, right?
The traffic was. It took me an hour to get home. I only live 25 minutes away. It took me an hour to get home Wednesday, and I went to go spend the night at my parents' house to help my mom cook that night. It took me an hour to get home. It took me an hour to get from my work to my apartment because it was accidents everywhere. I even took a back road to get through Stone Mountain.
People were swerving like
it was
crazy.
Insane. And I took a back road to get through Stone Mountain, got to Covington Highway. There was a cement truck that flipped over and fell on a car, but another car was crushed. I was like,
a cement truck?
A cement truck.
Cement truck?
Yeah, cement. Yes, the shit with the wet hard shit.
Not semen.
No, I said cement.
Oh, cement.
The hard stuff.
Oh.
Not cement.
How do you say it? Is it cement or cement?
I think you said cement. You was right. Cement.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not even from here.
I'm not from here.
I don't know, man.
But anyways, the truck with the gooey stuff that goes hard.
Yeah.
Anyways, a truck of it fell over, and there was another car crushed nearby. But then I had to make a detour around that. And I finally got to my apartment. It took me an hour to get from work to home, and then I drove to my parents' house, which they only live 25 minutes away from me. But it took me 45 minutes to get there because traffic was so backed up. Maybe almost 50 minutes. But that Wednesday before Thanksgiving out here was hell. Yeah, it was horrible.
That's scary.
It made me want to just opt out of reality. I was like, teleportation device, something. This shit is not going to work anymore.
Bob says that's why she's on anxiety meds for some 285 shit.
285? Oh, I almost screamed. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that was loud.
You know what's crazy about 285?
285 is the worst.
Before we close out this podcast, I know we're over.
Yeah.
But 285 is really known for like a lot of crazy shit happening.
Yeah, people be getting shot on that shit too.
Yeah, people get shot. Like people having barbecues on there. Like even planes landing like on like the highway, they will land on 285.
Because it's a big ass lane. It's hard. 285 is big as shit.
285 is
man. That's
it's wild highway.
It's horrible. I hate it.
Anything goes with Play-Doh.
Man.
All right, we're gonna close this podcast out. Thank you guys, everybody, for joining us.
Hell yeah, love you guys. This is fun again. This is awesome.
Fun episode. Yeah, we'll catch everybody next week on Tuesday, same time, same place, 6 p.m. Eastern on Twitch. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Any last words?
Love you guys. See you next week, and thank you for the support.
All right, guys. Peace out. Adios.
See you guys.